It's the Daily Dog.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the 5th edition of the Daily Doug. Today we're going to get a little political. We're talking about Black Lives Matter. It is August 31st as I record this, and I just couldn't let the summer and this month get away without speaking to this. This is like the important social movement of our time. And I have thoughts. I was talking earlier this summer to a couple of my black friends, and we were discussing, actually, their question to me was, what's different about 2020? We see, or they're telling me that they see a lot more support from the white community across the country for, outwardly speaking, for Black lives and taking a stand. And their question to me was, what's different now? What about Tamir Rice? What about Trayvon Martin? What about the events in Ferguson? And on and on and on and on. What's different now? Like, what took you guys so damn long, right? And I've been thinking about that for a lot of days, and I think I finally have an answer. I don't know if it's the answer, but it is an answer. In a word, the pandemic. As a white person, the pandemic has hit me very hard. I know it's hit everybody hard in various ways, but in a specific way, in March when this all sort of hit the East Coast very severely, and we're quarantining, and we're afraid to go outside, and my anxiety went through the roof. My depression went through the roof. I couldn't concentrate on daily tasks the way that I normally do. I was just beside myself with all of these emotions bubbling up. And at its core, it was me finally figuring out that, I'm just afraid to go outside. I'm afraid to go out. I'm afraid to be in the world because there is a danger that will hit me, or will hit one of my friends, or any of my colleagues. Who's going to die today? Or who's going to contract this and be gone in a week? And knowing that there's not a whole lot at the time, knowing that there's not a whole lot that I could do about it, that you don't know where it's going to come from or from whom, and you're just paralyzed. And I was thinking, in the aftermath of the killing of George Floyd, especially, this is how my black friends feel every day. They're afraid to leave their house. They're afraid of what might happen to them, or how they might be profiled, or God forbid if they get stopped by the police. Is this going to be the day that it finally catches up to me? Am I going to be the next story on CNN sparking this, nationwide outrage? Am I going to be the next, 15 minutes of fame? Oh, the black person that gets killed by police, or lynched, or whatever, what have you? And I asked my black friends. I said, "Is this how you guys feel? Is this really how you guys, is this your daily existence?" And they're like, "Yes, all the damn time. It's excruciating. It's paralyzing. Like, what the fuck, right?" And I'm like, so I think white people, especially me, white people finally figured out, shit, this doesn't feel good. Right? This is no way to live. You mean this is the way that you guys feel all the time? And we can just fix it by no longer, having systemic racism and just being nice to people? Let's fucking do that. And we should do that now. and not wait and not take any gruff off of it, right? So I think that more than anything, it finally was able to be the fear and the heightened anxiety of daily existence became palpable to white people. And a lot of us were then shown a clear example of how this has been playing out for our black friends and our friends of color for their entire existence. And we're like, damn, they're exhausted and they don't deserve this. And it was just finally enough, I think, to stand up. Now, I want to wholly voice my support for the Black Lives movement. You know why? I'm a Christian. Right? There are a lot of Christians that in this country who claim to be Christian, who are all against the Black Lives Matter movement, or saying, all lives matter. Fuck you. You insensitive pricks. Just fuck you. Right? Have you read the Bible? Do you understand Jesus' teachings at all? Jesus was a brown man that was put to death for no reason by law enforcement. And the way that Jesus' life is portrayed in the Bible speaks to this person as a person who always chose love, but also chose justice. Most of the time he was nice, but sometimes he wasn't, especially when confronted with injustice. And he pointed it out. And he said, this ain't right. And we need to fix our ways. And the powers that be saw that as some sort of just threat to their continued power over society. In this country, you have the freedom of speech and you have the right to be a bigot. But I will be damned if you continue to stroke your own egos and your own entitlement and go to church on Sunday and claim to be a follower of Christ and have this false piety. We see you for who you are, and we call on you to open your hearts. Open your hearts. Read Jesus' story again. Understand what he was about. Because I can guarantee you that the Jesus of the Bible sees you and he weeps for what you're doing in his name. Black lives not only matter, black lives are precious, and they're under assault right now. And we need to be better. We need to do better, and we need to be better. And it's not about being just passively non-racist anymore. We have to be actively anti-racist and call our friends out who are hiding behind false piety for their own self-gratification while voting for politicians and giving politicians power that systemically act cruelly and with a lack of justice towards our neighbors. Heavy stuff, but it's important. And I'd like to hear what you have to say. Let's start a conversation. I believe and endorse everything that I've said here. So let's be a part of making things better. This has been today's Daily Doug.